Today I'll be talking about the Mexican traditional food, tamales. These tamales are actually homemade, but some places you can buy authentic tamales. In the Urbana side is Tres Nopales, and in Champaign side would be the Maiz Mexican Grill, and also sometimes some food trucks. To start off, some history with the tamal. The tamal can be traced back to 10,000 years ago during Aztec times. The tamal is a very special Mexican traditional dish made to celebrate special occasions. It dates back to 8000 BC, and it's also known as the first corn-based dish in all of Mesoamerica. To start off, this is the component of a tamal. As you can see, it's wrapped around a dry corn leaf and steam. And I'm gonna taste the dough part. It's really good. Um, this tamal in particular is the red pork, which is usually the main filling used in tamales. You can also have vegetarian ones if you use beans or steamed vegetables, and sweet ones if you use a strawberry dough based with raisins. Um, a tamal is cooked very different now than it did a long time ago. A tamal is steamed and not does not use as much oil as other Mexican foods. The way it's steamed now is very different from back in the day due to the new materials we have due to the Spanish conquest. Um, Back in 1521, when the Spaniards arrived to Mexico, they brought with them different livestock, including pork, as we have now. Back in the day, pork was not used during Aztec times, so it was filled with other things like beans or wildlife found in those places. Also, steel vapor pans were not used back in 800 BC. The way it was done was in the ground. It would have a hole, and the water would be put in the bottom, and a layer of wood would be put in the middle in order for them to be able to boil the tamal. Nowadays, we use an actual large steel steamer with a compressed lid, since we need the water to heat over 100 Fahrenheit in order for the steaming process to begin. Different from boiling, the water does not touch the actual food, but instead the vapor itself is the one that makes contact with the food, cooking it, giving it that almost like Play-Doh consistency. And it's really cool how like water can like cook something without being like boiled, which is really good because it actually cooks the whole way. The cooking time for this dish in particular is 1 hour, but it's usually due to the fact that the meat is already pre-cooked. The way this dish works is by separately cooking on the meat. We use a special sauce ingredients, a sauce concentrate made from scratch, and it has chile de árbol and chile guajillo. And this is not an actual dipping sauce, it's just a concentrate for the sauce and the pork. So those are cooked separately and are actually placed with the maize dough, which basically makes the tamale on top of it, on top of the corn leaf already warm and cooked. So it has to be less time in the steamer. After the ingredients are placed in the corn tortilla, they are wrapped and individually placed standing up in a big steel pot. Then the cooking process begins by adding a bag on top of the pan and then closing it with a seal tight lid. Due to these advances in technology, it's way easier for people to make tamales at home, instead of going outside and digging a pit to get that hole in order to boil with a lid. And yeah, that's the whole story of the tamal. As you can see by the meat, you get a lot of protein, and this tamal in general uses 5 cups of maseca, which is a specialty maize mixed flour dough, specifically made for tamales and then the meat itself. It's only 5 cups of maseca per half a cup of olive oil, which in the long run is a little bit more healthier than some processed foods or fried foods. So overall, the tamale is an overall healthy dish to have in special occasions, but not an everyday dish. But either way, it's very delicious and really good, and I would recommend everyone to try it. Thank you.